By most metrics, Georgia head coach Kirby Smart is regarded as one of the finest tacticians in modern college football. His impressive resume, which includes 2 national championships and years of dominance in the Southeastern Conference, SEC, solidifies his place among the sport's elite. However, following Georgia's 23-10 loss to Notre Dame in the Sugar Bowl on Thursday, Smart found himself under scrutiny, not for his coaching acumen, but for a misinterpretation of the game's rules. The loss in the Sugar Bowl marked the end of Georgia's season and dashed their hopes of advancing in the College Football Playoff, CFP. While the game itself had its defining moments, one sequence stood out as both pivotal and controversial. With 7:47 left in the fourth quarter, Notre Dame held a 13-point lead and faced a precarious 4th-and-1 situation from their own 18-yard line. Initially lining up for a punt, the Fighting Irish made a bold decision to substitute all 11 players on the field, swapping their punting unit for their offensive team. The sudden switch caught Georgia off guard. Though the Bulldogs managed to substitute their defensive unit in response, confusion ensued, and Georgia jumped offsides. The penalty gave Notre Dame a fresh set of downs and the opportunity to drain valuable minutes from the clock, effectively quelling any hopes of a Georgia comeback. Following the game, Smart expressed frustration over the incident, alleging that Notre Dame's substitution tactic was against NCAA rules. "It's really unfortunate because I've been told by our head officials in the SEC you can't do that. You can't run 11 on and 11 off," Smart said during his post-game press conference. "We did it in 2017 against Tennessee. We carried that, we practiced that and repped because teams try to do it, and were told by officials that you could not do that, so we were trying to say you couldn't do that." Smart's statement drew widespread attention, but it was quickly debunked. The tactic Notre Dame employed was entirely within the bounds of NCAA rules. The 2024 NCAA football rulebook clearly allows substitutions between downs, provided certain conditions are met. Players entering the game must come directly from their team area. Officials must allow the opposing team time to make their own substitutions before the ball is snapped. In this instance, officials ensured Georgia had the opportunity to adjust, adhering to the rules. Smart's comments not only failed to hold up under scrutiny but also became the subject of online ridicule. On social media, video clips of his remarks were accompanied by a community note, a feature typically reserved for combating misinformation in political or contentious posts. The note clarified the legality of Notre Dame's substitution and cited the relevant NCAA rule, leaving little doubt about the validity of the play. Adding insult to injury, the Bulldogs' loss marked the first time since 2018 that Georgia suffered more than 2 losses in a season, finishing 11-3. The defeat also highlighted a shift in college football's power dynamic, with critics pointing to the sect's diminishing dominance in the postseason. While Georgia's season ended in disappointment, Notre Dame's victory propelled them to the CFP semifinals, where they will face Penn State in the Orange Bowl on January 9. The Fighting Irish's disciplined execution and creative strategy showcased their readiness for the challenges ahead. For Smart, the episode serves as a humbling reminder of the importance of mastering not just the tactical aspects of the game but also its finer details, such as rules and regulations. As one of college football's most accomplished coaches, his legacy remains intact, but this misstep will likely be a moment he'll seek to learn from as he prepares for future seasons.